There we are.
There we are.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, you beautiful world.
Happy Free Friday.
I don't. What happened? Oh, did Chris leave and rejoin?
He
Chris did because he didn't know where the cog was.
He was being
I had
skippy.
to learn him.
Tech support.
Yeah.
He had a skippy tech moment.
I don't know why it's doing this, but so because I have you guys with the new layout, so that I have the map up there, I have all of you guys in as separate sources, and for some reason it resets your. Even though I told it to save, it resets your solo link every time you sign in. So I didn't have him in Streamlabs and therefore in stream and therefore couldn't hear him. So that's what that was about.
Nuts. I'll remember that next time.
I think they changed
No, it's
something
fine.
with Video Ninja.
Huh?
I think they might have changed something with Video Ninja.
Probably, because I don't think it used to do that. But I don't know of a better service at this time, and we can explore that another time. But we are live with game now.
Yay!
I wanted to do a quick shout out to Wild West Dan, who mentioned this stream in his stream the other day, and we acquired 5 new followers from that.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Wild West Dan.
Thank you.
Make sure
That's
to
awesome.
check him out as well. That's all one word, Wild West Dan. He's one of the fundraisers for Boston Children's Hospital.
Can you post his...
Yeah, twit. There we go. But yeah, as I mentioned, he's one of the people who does Extra Life with us. I was hanging out with him this last weekend at Fan Expo Boston, where we were working a table, recruiting people for Extra Life. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of interest. It was pretty exciting. I got interviewed by a Muppet named Allegra, and about Extra Life. They sent us that video, but it wasn't in a format that's easy to share, so we're talking to them about getting it one that is. And once I have that, I'll be able to actually share it more. But you can check out our Extra Life team here, these folks, who are not all raising money for Boston, through that link. In that page are people raising for Orlando, Buffalo, San Diego, and Bay State, and so check that out and help us help kids with your donations.
I'll model the swag.
Yeah, he's got that shirt.
My shirt came in
It
today.
arrived today.
Nice.
Very exciting
Congrats.
stuff with that. And one last little piece of business is that this stream is now a partner with Humble Bundle. So if you want to support us by spending money somewhere you were probably going to spend the money anyway, use that link. And then when you buy a Humble Bundle, some of the proceeds will come to this channel. So we're very
So
excited.
the Hasbro sponsorship didn't come through.
Not as yet,
Oh,
Come on, it's right here. Come on.
I think I don't want to like talk bad about anybody, but I think Humble standards might be slightly lower.
There goes the sponsorship.
Well, that lasted for a day.
well, that made me feel
Oh,
good.
Oh, 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, to be completely fair, they are humble.
Yes, they are humble, and I mean it's not actually a sponsorship. Like they don't pay me to say that, but it's just a link. It's an affiliate link, and so if people buy things through the link, then I get a cut of it, that I can then put into the channel. But that's
Yeah.
it's not the same as a sponsorship.
Gotcha. It'll go into the getting Skippy a new computer when he inevitably destroys this one fund.
Ooh, there's a maps bundle.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
And we've already started. Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
There's time for shopping later, Dave.
I can't buy anything right now. I bought my PlayStation 5 yesterday.
I'm about to buy
yes.
I'm about to buy a car, so yeah.
Oh, hey, you're taking that leap.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm keeping the Jeep, of course. But
Well,
yes,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah.
a vehicle.
Where it'll
Anyhow.
slowly rot away in your side lawn.
Oh, something like that, maybe. We'll see.
It'll be
Anyhow,
like
all
my
right.
Explorer.
This is not an episode of Pineapple. This
Yeah.
is Mutants and
This is
Masterminds.
Mutants and Masterminds in Memoriam. And we are picking up where we left off. So last time that we were with this party, the main party that is our campaign, we had just finished the trial of Commissioner Price
And murder.
and yes, and his murder.
And execution.
It was it was definitely an extrajudicial execution.
Yeah.
Which we have a word for. That word is murder.
No. Execution is a type of murder. Let's. I want to be very specific.
Extreme vigilantism.
Yes, I like that. That sounds. Let's at least paint it. It wasn't just like some random street mugging.
Otherwise
this was very
known
targeted.
as murder.
An
It was actually-
assassination.
It was assassination. It was.
Assassination.
Cool
I will
motive,
accept
still
that.
murder.
Yeah.
I
Where's
wanna be
apocalyptic
extra-
justice?
So
It's
I
a
wasn't here for
specific.
that.
It's a flavor. It's a flavor of murder.
Felix's decision
Are
was,
you guys still around the body?
Payback.
The only ones around the body are 9, Amanda, who's about to bugger off, and Hank. So
Because the rest of the group refused to participate.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And if this blows back on us, I am not going to be participating in any of those battles. We'll just be like, opens up a portal, goes back to the base.
Gina and them can go to the bar or something.
Nine's not scared.
Speaking of portals, would Steven be able to just, because he's not here, though, open up one to that area and just kind of walk in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, me and Luca we just got back from Froyo's. What's going?
And then
Except-
you'll see 9 floating over Price's dead body.
And
Are
at
we
that
having a dead body?
at that point, Amanda's gonna say whatever she said in the chat. I don't remember what it was, and leave.
It's like, oh, okay, thanks, Amanda. I would tell you, Stephen, this isn't what it looks like, but actually it's probably exactly what it looks like, so...
He fell asleep in a bunch of red Froyo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. No, Luca, you can't come and try any. It's spilled. It's bad. You can't have it. No,
Imagine
I'm
just
sorry.
putting
We
Luca.
didn't save any for you. I'm sorry.
Distract Luca with the driving lesson.
It's not Froyo. It's not Froyo. It's red flavor ice. Go at it. Go at it.
You're not there.
Yeah, just close the door.
While Gina's got the link up, she can hear all this.
Yeah.
Steven's just
Is
gonna
the link
kinda walk up to the
cross-dimensional?
body.
It is not interdimensional.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Uh,
Yet.
Unless there's a
Yeah.
portal it can go through. That's
Well, you'd have to open the portal, but
Ah.
there isn't one currently open.
Gina wouldn't think about doing that yet.
Well, you never know if Steven forgot to close the portal behind him.
I'm just gonna imagine like I sent Luca off, closed it, and just kind of walked up and saw this. Steven's awareness is decent, but he's just gonna believe 9 when he says that. But they agreed.
Just gonna choose to believe it.
So
You can do that.
yeah, it's like it's Froyo, and it's like yep. It's like oh okay. I wasn't sure about it, but now I guess it is. So he's just gonna like go up to Price's body and try to like pick him up, like get him to stand on his feet. Hey buddy.
Weekend at
He's-
Bernie's style.
Yeah.
He's really he's like that was some really good froyo, man. He's like in a food coma. So just let him lie there for a while. He'll come around eventually.
No, that's fine. I just kind of pick him up, and it was like, we gotta bring him. Like, does he have a house? Or wait, no, he's going to prison. So where should we bring him? And I'm just kind of like carrying him.
You know,
like,
they'd get really suspicious if
style.
we brought him to they'd get really suspicious if we brought him to prison covered in froyo and passed out. So I'm gonna wait for him to sober up and then we'll walk him in. So just don't worry about it.
Okay. Steven's just gonna continue to hold this to Price's body on his back, thinking that he's unconscious.
No, man, just leave him here. It's nice and comfy on the grass. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Well, I mean, what about when someone finds him? Wouldn't it be really like inappropriate to just have this guy covered in
This is-
froyo, unconscious, discovered?
Dude, this is flat world. There's no one here.
Oh yeah.
There's yeah. He's totally. There's like probably nowhere safer for him.
I just imagine
just-
like Steven does like a zoom out and realizes he's like actually where he is. He's like, oh yeah, that's where I walked. He's like, okay, buddy.
So yeah, like
kinda
just
sits
let
down,
him down. We'll be good. We'll be good. So
Tries to like prop him up, but it doesn't work.
Okay.
yeah,
Eh.
he's just sleeping. So all right. Why don't you head back on the base? I'm gonna take care of some things, try to clean him up a little bit. So I'll come rejoin you when I've got him taken care of. It's my responsibility. You don't need to worry about it. Go take care of Luca. I don't know what he's getting into right now.
Yeah, no problem.
So-
Sleeping with Pointless's avatar right now.
The
The
no,
pufferfish.
that's Price. Price is sleeping with the pufferfish.
Oh boy.
All right. So does Stephen leave?
Yeah, he just kind of like chills, like, both as he's kind of going, he's like, well, no reason to waste froyo, because I imagine he got some on his hands.
Ugh.
Steven's
Nope.
completely unaware, but this is something he would do, and I just thought it was like, yeah, he's probably covered in what he thinks is froyo. Does Steven need to make a con roll, like, or You're like, whoa.
That's not a
I'm sure.
that's not a
is
thing.
there like a,
I'm sure
is
he's
there
fine.
like a wait a minute? He kind of is like, this is really awful froyo. It's like, I'm not eating this. He just kind of taste a little bit. It's like, ah, disgusting, and leaves.
Yeah, that's probably why he passed out. I'm sorry.
Rancid
He's
Yeah.
salty.
froyo, guys. Closes it.
Post-apocalyptic froyo, man. It's hit or miss.
Yep. Too much cholesterol.
Too salty and it's kind of
Way too-
metallic.
Way too high iron content. Way too
Disgusting
high iron
rancid
content,
froyo.
man. Yeah. Yeah, you should send him a bad Yelp review. I'm sure that'll work. So, let me know when Steven leaves.
Oh yeah,
and then
no,
I'll-
he closed it after the
Okay.
rancid froyo comment.
Nine's gonna go. Oh, damn it. What? Okay.
Then Nine's gonna
um,
come back through a portal smelling like barbecue.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I guess the rest of you can, because you know, Steven is gonna walk into the base now with fresh blood on him.
Fresh or rancid froyo rather.
Ooh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do?
Oh, jeez.
I picked up Price's bracer
That's true.
with the AI in it. I don't remember the AI's name.
Rude.
That's
Hmm?
not its name.
I said rude.
Yeah.
Like, hello, Rude. How are you doing today?
I have a terrible memory.
I gave you. This is why I gave you notes documents.
I know. I don't have time to take notes.
It's fine.
That's why I've put it into Nine's personality. He just gives everyone nicknames. That
Hmm.
covers for my lack of ability to remember and unwillingness to take notes. So
But I
it's
am
character.
I am going to give Price's bracer to Emily. At least
Okay.
I remember Emily's name.
There you go.
Yes.
Hey Emily. Have a toy.
Have a toy.
Wow.
What is she? 5?
I spent like how many weeks with her in recovery? I think we have a little bit of
A report.
rapport.
Rapport. Yes.
I'll give you that.
Does Emily say anything to that?
She'll thank him. I mean, she remembers what the thing is.
Okay.
And I'll be like, yeah, I think you'll be able to better utilize this than we will.
Okay.
Did she ever decide if she's gonna stay with us or she's just
Well, I mean, you guys offered her a place to stay while you figured out what to do about price. She hasn't really had a chance to process the fact that you guys have dealt with Price now, and doesn't know that he's dead. Um, but let alone figure out what she's gonna do now that he's no longer in the picture. So,
but she's aware of what happened in the tribunal.
yeah, she was there for the trial.
Okay, yep. So she knows which cities to stay away from because they were voting for Price and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't she part of the discussion about what we should do about Price?
You guys,
I remember she's the one.
You guys asked her how she felt about that justice, if that
And
felt like
she's-
justice,
That
and
was like bullshit. Yeah.
yeah.
She said
but
no.
you guys did not participate in. You didn't involve her in the actual planning of his death.
Got it. Okay. So speaking of cleanup on that, so would 9 have the ability, based on whatever materials are in Flat World, to basically construct like a pyre to burn a body?
Well, so one, that depends on where you are. Did you were you near the farm?
Relatively. Remember, 9 can move stupid fast, so basically, as long as the material is accessible and carryable,
Okay.
he can make it happen.
Okay, so the max height that the max height that Hank was able to use in order to get the area that he wanted to cover was 6 feet, and so there's no trees, but there are various grasses and plants that will burn, but they're fresh. So if you pull them, they're not going to light as easily. But yes, they will burn. Also,
Okay.
your lighting is really bright all of a sudden. There, it's dimming now.
I don't know what it is. It sometimes focuses on the bright wall, then sometimes focuses on the dark blanket. It goes back and forth. I noticed that. Don't know
Okay. Well, at any rate.
what to do about that. But so am I able to turn his body into?
Yeah, I mean you can. Yeah,
If
because
only
there's no wood, so you're not gonna be able to get it very hot, which is kind of a requirement.
It is.
If only you had
Or have it burn very
barrels
long.
of something highly flammable.
Yes.
Can't his
Like-
power just burn it up?
Well,
Well, he
I
doesn't have
generate light.
firepower.
I generate
Oh.
light, not heat. Well,
as-
I'm trying to avoid having to go back to the base.
You can go to the base into the hangar. No one's gonna know. We're all off somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
All right.
wherever you left us.
Then I will
So we
go into the hangar looking
So-
for a barrel of something flammable,
We
some
have
kind of fuel, and some kind of ignition device.
we have fuel for the helicopter. Remember
Right.
that we got
Right.
from Marshall.
Okay,
and
so I will
Nifty,
retrieve. I will retrieve aviation fuel and I guess a match.
You probably just need like a jerry can of it, not the
Yeah,
whole.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
need
jerry
that
can
much.
worth is fine. Just enough to douse the body.
See,
Yep.
Matt, it didn't update his link. He's right there. He automatically showed up when he signed in.
Hey,
Hi, Matt.
How do I sound?
Soft.
I can barely hear you.
I'm afraid of that.
Has Matt figured out the cog yet?
Probably not.
Hey, learn something new every day.
And he's gonna have to default to laptop sound, isn't he?
Yes, I am.
Ah.
That doesn't sound too bad.
I mean,
No,
it's
no.
what I've been using the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Plus,
Only
it's
issue is
still
when
better
it's
than the last laptop.
only thing is fan noise, but yeah.
I mean, did you have an issue with it last week?
No, it's just like a white noise machine in the background of the session.
So your
No.
headset, is it a single plug or is
Yes.
it
It's a single plug.
do you get prompted when you plug it in? Like, what did you just plug in? Microphone and?
When I go into Memoriam into this, then it does. But other than that, not really.
Okay. And you
Well,
just
I
have
mean, it's really soft. It's working. It's just really soft.
Yeah.
So there's some setting.
yeah, you might just need to go into your Windows sound settings and boost the gain. But don't worry about it now. Figure it out before next week.
This is not tech support hour. This is
Yeah.
in memoriam hour. So, okay. So yes, I'm able to successfully turn Price into nothing but a pile of ashes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm gonna take those ashes and
Throw them into space.
Yeah.
Why don't you just
I
clone
literally,
a new
yes.
price? That's nicer.
a nicer pricer.
Make a
A
clone of Price.
Make the price that's right.
Price, that's right. First we chop the price, then we make the price right. Okay. No. Basically, I'm gonna
went
take-
completely silent, Matt. I saw your mouth moving, but no sound came out.
I think he tried to use the mic again.
The price is wrong.
I can sort of hear you. A little better.
That one I heard.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So yes, I'm going to find some convenient container to put him in. I don't know, like a large
jerry
jar.
Yeah,
You know,
now empty jerry
actually-
can.
Actually, yes, I'm going to throw a jerry can full of Price's ashes into space. The thing is, I can go pretty high and just use my momentum and let it go and just.
In which reality?
Flat world.
Okay.
Ooh,
I-
interesting.
Kind of like what Amanda did to your wife.
Yeah.
Yes. Where do you think I got the idea?
Uh,
I took it a step farther, though. I literally Price is it's basically I cremated him.
Yeah, but
So
to be
I
fair,
should
that
just-
wasn't for lack of effort on their part.
That
I
is
should-
true.
I should scan using the doodad and find another price. And just bring him into our base just to see what nines are like.
He just sitting on the couch looking confused. Where am I?
Yeah. That would be an insight roll. See if I can figure that one out. Like,
Oh my
it's a
goodness.
ghost. Oh god, it can haunt me. Then again, being very, very Catholic, God only knows how he'd take that.
Is your character superstitious? Is there a superstition roll?
Oh boy.
Not officially, but
You know, the rules are flexible.
they are. That's why I love them.
Speaking of, I should move the stuff that I have on top of the rule book so that I can access them if I need to.
Reference it. All right, so 9 is. So I guess Hank is just observing all this. What's Hank doing?
Yeah. Hank is just hanging out.
Okay, then.
So D's gonna be in after he goes to Emily with the bracer. He's gonna go into the communications array and kind of monitor the chatter from Manchester. Right, it was
About
the jail was in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
about the lack of a
No,
price.
Merrimack.
Merrimack, I'm sorry, yeah.
So I think I'm getting some static from you, Dave.
Yeah, I think unplug your mic and plug it in again. Whatever it was doing a few couple weeks ago or something.
There we go.
Better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we kind of did it. We like killed the big bad, literally like burned him. You guys like curb stomped him, burned his ashes, and then threw them into space. Like, you
All right.
went the extra
Both
mile.
Nine, and I are very thorough.
Yeah. So I guess the question is then, where do you go from here? I mean, if you've decided that he's the big bad. Because remember, there wasn't an inherent big bad built into the game.
Right. Well, first thing is to see what the fallout of this is.
And we
But
still need to go
also-
to Boston.
Yeah, we were gonna help find in-game David's kid.
Right. Okay.
I think that is next step. But also like keeping an ear to the ground for like actually two things. One, people figure out what the hell happened to Price. Two, apparently there's an alien invasion we've been warned about, and we want to be kind of ready for that.
Yeah, so Amanda told you that she had a vision of aliens in the base. She unfortunately did not give you any more information than that, including what those aliens look like.
Despite me liquoring her up. Yes.
It couldn't have anything to do with the alien spaceship that was brought and put in our hangar.
Yeah, that was definitely the assumption 9 went with, and stood on top of that alien spacecraft for a while.
I took shifts. It's okay. She said that they showed up at 2. So at
That's
2
true.
o'clock every day, AM and PM, I was
For
just
3
sitting on the
days.
thing for 3 days, just waiting.
Which
And then I was like, screw this.
Which was not entirely true. She didn't see them showing up in the vision. She just saw them already in the base, and it was 2 o'clock. So, but she didn't communicate that, so
So I heard
no
2
one knows
o'clock,
that.
aliens. So, okay, I'm ready.
So does Dee
So
hear
it's
any
Steven.
chatter at all from Merrimack about Price not showing up?
Not as yet.
All right.
All right, so someone needs to initiate the next part. 9 really wouldn't, this whole Boston thing. So I guess David needs to bring it up. Like, hey guys, let's go find my kid.
I'm going to switch to this map because I don't have a Boston map made yet, but I do have a map that includes Boston.
Wait, let me zoom out so I can actually see what I'm looking at. But after everybody gets back, I guess I'll ask, so were we heading to Boston from here, or was there any kind of plan after we dealt with whatever kind of trial that was supposed to be?
Who said anything about Boston?
I did.
This is when?
A couple weeks ago.
You're okay. You said that like we were talking about it yesterday. Okay. Okay, yes,
Well, yeah.
you're correct. Okay, thanks for. Why were we? Was it your kid or something? Is that why?
Kids, plural.
Kids. Okay. Sure. That sounds like a good way to spend a, I don't know, week, month. I got nothing else to do.
Is everyone still in the flat world, or?
No,
We're
I was
just
waiting.
No, I
every-
came back.
Yep.
This
I
would have
came
been
back.
after everyone came back from the flat world.
I came
Because I'm
smelling.
assuming everyone was coming back from the flat world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Other
came
than
back.
Price.
Yeah, I'm back at the base from wherever I was at. I was not in Flat World, but I'm back.
I came back not smelling like a barbecue, but like high octane fuel and smoke.
And barbecue.
Barbecues.
Brisket.
You don't make brisket with avgas.
No, he'd smell more like pork, I think.
I don't want to know how you know that.
If you were using avgas a few weeks ago, I am very scared. Anywho. Okay, so Nines would say, okay, so like, where do we start? So Boston, that's a city. So what do we do? Like, we go there, start putting up wanted, like missing person. Do you even know what your kids look like? Do you know
Look
their
like
names?
I sort of.
You're not
Are you-
giving me a lot of confidence here, but
Do you have an address?
Pictures?
Are they mutants? Or are they like not mutants?
I don't know if they're mutants.
what do we know? Let's just start there. Let's simplify it. What's our starting point?
Well, let's start with Conrad Foster.
And who the hell is Conrad Foster?
Well, in the Utopia world, that was my son's name.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good starting point.
But
So is
in
that
the
where we go to?
Utopia world, I only had Conrad, no daughter.
But
Still a good starting point.
in this world, you have 2 kids, son and a daughter.
Yes.
Do they live with their mother?
I have no idea. I don't have a lot of information. You know, brain wipe and all that.
So
Yeah, that makes things complicated.
maybe before we go to Boston, you should talk to Emily to see if she can use the new AI to get a little bit more information.
Yes, let's do our homework before we show up there and start. Hey, are you Conrad Foster? Are you Conrad Foster? Are you Conrad Foster?
Because Boston's a pretty big place. We
It
don't
is.
know what their intentions really are and what their associations outside of their loose association with Lowell.
Well, from what I can
Yeah.
tell, they have no real defense. Because pretty much anyone can just walk in, as far as I can tell.
Into Boston?
Into
Are they-
Boston, yes.
Are they cool with mutants?
That's the way it seems. I'm not sure if that's 100% though. But I saw no real kind of cut off defense of any kind, other than a general wall toward our direction, toward Nashua.
Like, we're talking like Nashua Center level wall or like a brick fence? What?
I don't think it's Nashua center level, but wait, didn't
Yeah, like-
Lowell have a wall too?
Yeah,
yeah,
the
there's-
GM is nodding.
Yeah, there's a wall that goes the whole way. Like, yeah.
Oh, wow. It went all the way to Boston?
No, it doesn't go all the way
Oh,
to Boston.
okay.
But on the look, hold on a second.
I was like, I thought that it like went circled the city, and then I was like, did I forget something?
All right. So that black line that you see,
Yes.
the black line is wall.
Okay.
For the most part,
But how will we get past?
it doesn't
the
go
wall?
into the ocean, obviously.
That's a very long wall.
Yeah. Well, remember that they
Great
were
Wall of
literally
Lowell.
at war with the people on the other side of that
Right.
wall.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe they had a guy
put
with
up
the
the
mutant
wall?
power to build a wall.
You don't know. But
Wall, man.
it does extend a good ways south as well.
But
over
Boston,
this way.
Boston and Lowell control that wall.
Well, okay.
Boston and Lowell are two separate entities, if I'm correct, Tim.
And I'm confused as to. who
You are
owns this
not
wall.
correct.
Oh, dang.
So
Okay.
what you were told when you went to Lowell was that they were part of Boston, is that Boston had control of that region.
Okay.
What Lowell is an outpost of the government of Boston.
Okay. And that they own that wall, basically.
That's their wall, yes.
Okay.
Lowell is an annex,
Yes.
like the Virgin Islands.
Something
No.
like that.
No, it is. Lowell is like. Okay, so Lowell's relationship to Boston in this setting is literally exactly the same as Lowell's relationship to Boston in our real world. Like, the seat of government is in Boston. Lowell is just part of the area controlled by that government.
The more things
Fine.
change, the more they stay the same. Although there's not a wall today, so
There's
a
not a
little
wall, yeah. There's some differences in how they relate to, like, say, Townsend. But, like...
Right. Right. And they don't actively try to shoot you if you try to get in.
Well, I mean, Lowell has a bit of a reputation.
They don't officially try to shoot.
Yeah, it's not.
No, Tim,
Policy.
you're thinking of Lawrence, not Lowell.
I don't know. Remember that I live in the woods, and so the people who live here who tell me about this region think of anything that has like stoplights as a city. So
True.
I mean,
You know-
I do love the town
I
love the town that I live in now. I really do. It has zero traffic lights.
I thought you were talking about like people trying to shoot you in Lowell, and
I was.
That's
But
where I was saying no. You're talking more about Lawrence.
I kind of got the impression that it was true of both of them, from the way people talk about it around
Problem
here.
is, one of those 5 new viewers we just got from that other guy. One of them lives in Lawrence or Lowell, probably. So...
Dan. Dan actually does.
Dan. So we just lost all 5.
No, he's fine. He knows.
He knows.
Wow.
We joked.
Okay.
We joked a bit in the car.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Anyhow, so okay, back to reality, or this this game
This
reality.
version of reality.
So are we
This
gonna do like a patrol, or see the AI scan?
I don't. Well, first
So-
we're gonna have Emily look, see if she can find any information.
Dee's gonna patch the communication center into the garage. He's gonna look at Steven very sternly and be like, "While they're discussing this, you're gonna help me fix the Humvee."
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Just Steven heads towards where the Humvee is. It's like in his head, he's like, you know that thing with Patrick where he's trying to think and all you see is just a carton of spilled milk fall over.
Yes.
That's currently his knowledge on how to fix a vehicle.
Okay.
So he's ready to go, but he doesn't know where to start.
And as he walks away, I
And
want to
he's
shout
definitely going to
after
make
them.
a roll.
Can he figure out how to make me some new pots and pans too?
Oh,
I can try. Steven is going to make a mental note to go take some of the pots and try to clone them by throwing chemicals
oh
at
my
them.
god. Yeah,
But he just gives him a thumbs up. He doesn't
Dee's
say
gonna
any of that. He
multitask
just-
and contact Marshall and Missy to see if they have any as many spare Humvee parts as possible.
They could probably just provide a new Humvee.
They probably could.
Honestly, it'd probably be smarter than let Steven touch it, but he's going to either way. So
I mean, it's a point of diminishing returns. It's like my Jeep. I long ago passed that. So
at some point, you replace so many parts, it's just a new vehicle.
I picture this very
Yeah.
much like a dad just like telling a kid to like hold this, stand there, don't do anything.
and then he just keeps looking around, pointing the flashlight at the ceiling. Just
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Can Steven make a roll to try and fix it? Would that be technology?
Yeah.
It's like Steven's just
Oh,
like maybe if I just touch this.
Oh god.
That's not bad.
That was a 15 with a -2.
I mean, that's enough to
He
change a
slightly turns
tire.
in, like a bolt. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's enough to take the tire off.
I remember this. I had a lot of flat tires when I was a cop. Just kind of saying that.
Lots of people in that community did not like cops. Okay. So, what are the rest of you? So you're trying to get Emily to ask the AI in the bracelet to get information on a Conrad Foster in Boston. Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay, so you go to Emily, and she's gonna say, what? Okay, here's the thing that you need to know.
Oh boy.
Mindy does have like her own ability to make decisions. Like, you guys never did anything about that. And you also never, like, convinced her to be on your side? You just removed the bracelet from Price.
They totally recorded everything and just like sent that over. It's like a Bluetooth.
So, like, I don't know why you think she's gonna help you.
Oh, because you're persuasive.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you speak her language better than we do.
What? I mean, yes. I can communicate with her. But I'm not. I didn't know you guys still had this in the base, and I'm kind of concerned that you still have it in the base.
I mean, fair point. Then again, the guy that was using it doesn't need it anymore, so he's not. It's kind of innocuous at this point.
Why do you say that?
He's in prison.
Right.
They don't
no.
let him have it there.
Yes, no, okay, yes, but
Can she?
she's not.
Like.
Do you think she can? Go ahead, Skippy.
Can she like teleport to wherever Price is within the same dimension without any outside like tinkering?
I have no idea. I have no idea what she's capable of. You guys,
Which is why
you guys
which is
literally
why you're
just
scared.
handed this to me.
Ugh.
You're welcome.
So D. So apparently we can't do anything with this. So I would highly recommend putting it in something very secure, because she makes a good point that this thing could decide it could go full Skynet on us or some shit. I don't know.
I think Skynet is the accurate term here. Unless we can convince her that to be on our side, but
Great.
I am not very persuasive.
Good luck. Good luck on that one. I don't even know how we would attempt that.
Your persuasive person walked out through a portal.
Yeah. So okay, I say we leave this in a very, very secure drawer and
A
move
secure
on.
drawer.
Yeah, lead lined, you know.
Yes, lead line, Faraday cage,
That's
triple
the term I was
padlock.
looking for. Faraday.
This
cage.
is a watch, right?
It's
Some
like
sort of
a
radioactive piece of you.
yeah, it's like a really advanced smartwatch. It's a metal bracelet.
All you need.
with
So
some-
I'm
with some
assuming you're
buttons.
talking to D like through a communicator in the base,
Well, through the
Yeah,
mental
you're
link, I
not-
thought.
through mental.
Or through whatever, yeah. Because
He's like,
you
"Oh."
hear her saying this is not a good idea.
All you need is a bunch of screening. Just wrap it around the thing, and that will create an RF shield.
What kind of screening?
Tin
Like window
foil.
screening.
window screening?
Yeah.
Okay.
RF,
let's see if
I
I
assume
can-
stands for radio frequency.
I mean,
So can this thing only communicate?
I don't
like,
know what
robotic
else the
language?
bracelet can do. So it might not prevent everything.
But it would prevent communications.
Well,
Uh,
communicate
radio
radio frequency
frequency.
communications, yes.
Yeah,
Which,
that's-
incidentally, is how Emily speaks to it.
Mhm. So 9's gonna go. All right, sure. Let's see if I can whip that up. Like, it can't be that hard, right? So he's gonna go into the lab and see if he can make RF screening. Let's see how bad.
Tiny fine knit steel.
I
Not
mean, you
good.
do have someone that
plastic
can
wrap.
transmute stuff,
Temporarily.
not
That's true.
permanently, because they still haven't figured out how to put a PowerPoint into that.
So, what did 9 actually make?
Let me think. So, with that type of roll, trying to make metal mesh.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what you did was you took some metal that you found, and it is not mesh fiber, but it's metal and it's straight, and you kind of stuck it in a grid pattern, and you're like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to help.
I'll bring it to D and be like,
Beautiful.
will this work?
It's definitely like
No, that will not work.
it's definitely like tied together.
I never did that well in shop class. It was worth a shot.
Contact Marshall. Ask him for some window screening.
Okay. Should you make the introduction? Because I don't know if he'll know me from Adam.
He knows all of us. We were there.
Okay.
Steven has an idea.
All right. This will be great.
So like, did you? And you said you brought it to D.
I brought the screening, or the
Oh,
attempted
not.
screening.
Did you have the watch with it?
No, I did not have the watch.
He brought the screening, but like the panels were like the wires like this far apart. It's like I said, screening.
the
not
bars
kick
the bars are
wire.
that big around, you know.
Yeah.
They're held
bar.
at a roughly 90-degree angle to each other with zip ties.
And yep. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say he's using twisty ties.
Rebar, and zip ties. That's what he
Yep.
used.
Because like
Okay,
Steven
so-
could just probably like put it in his pocket, like his like internal pocket, and just leave it there.
That's probably a very bad idea.
I mean, you
Hold
could
on a
go
second.
into the kitchen and see if 5 has a fine mesh strainer, and you could cut that
Just
up and use it.
borrow more of his stuff indefinitely.
I mean, he's already
Is
down
that
a
an
couple
actual
of
thing?
pops. What's a strainer?
Did he say that? Was that in character?
Yes.
Did he? Oh.
Oh yeah, no. Steven gets up, like okay, and he just kind of walks off to the kitchen.
9 starts to say something and then goes, "Nah, this is more entertaining."
Yep. Saucepan with the lid. Saucepan with the lid.
Well, that one had really big holes, so that means I need something with smaller holes. I look for a colander.
Yep.
I find one. Okay, perfect. Probably need some sciencey stuff. So I walk into the lab again. Is there any just stray chemicals
Oh, God.
lying around?
I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I take 4 bottles off of the top shelf and 1 off the bottom, if there is shelves.
Okay.
And I just
Dee's
start
gonna
mixing
tell
them all together.
Dee's gonna tell Arvis
In the
as soon
colander.
as he realizes that Steven's in the in his lab to turn on the halon system.
I
God.
don't care. Man, I miss playing Steven.
That's probably gonna be a suffocation. Roll for fortitude. Halon is not usually good for you.
That's still
Wait, so do I have to roll something?
That's still better than what my idea was.
Okay.
All right.
Trying to
Hey,
make a super calendar.
hey, D.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an insight check. Okay.
Is it just me or like the little number, like the name
I can't
for what
see
the roll
the-
is not showing up?
I can't
Oh.
see them.
I can see
Yeah,
all
I
that.
don't-
Are you in light mode or dark mode?
Light.
That would be the
Yeah, dark mode is not perfect yet.
It worked last week.
Yeah, it was working like forever before. This is just new. It's weird.
And now I can't figure out how to get into dark or light mode, and it's not in the cog.
No, it's all
It's like a little
it's
cell.
on the
Right
map,
underneath.
full all the way to the left under the buttons.
Oh, right. There it is. Oh, it hurts the eyes, but it works.
Yeah.
What am I inciting?
You don't know because you didn't succeed. All right, so
Oh no!
All right. Oh boy.
all right, so you ask for the halon system to be turned on. You get confirmation that the halon system is active.
What
And,
happens to Steven
so
now?
Steve-
Do I
Steven.
need to make a roll?
Yeah, you need to make a fortitude check.
Okay. Fortitude.
Oh,
Okay.
only 1 degree of success failure. All right, so
Oh,
Wow.
I do have regeneration though.
yeah, well that's great
So does-
if what's happening to you is a toughness
Oh, yeah.
check.
Please. Just in case it's like poison or like not.
No, it's basic.
Poison.
Halon basically sucks the oxygen out of.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
It's
Oh,
what
you
they use
just-
in it's what they use in server rooms to prevent fires.
Yeah.
Or aircraft carriers.
Yep.
Yeah, my idea was more poison based.
Yeah, it's definitely more poison based, so the halon system won't kick on. So yeah, you are dazed.
More so than usual.
Definitely drowsy.
Maybe if I add another chemical.
Oh God.
He's,
We need to do a
he's-
chemistry check to see whether these react with halon.
I mean, you just said he's dazed now, so he's already low on IQ, and now he's not even entirely aware.
Oh Lord. He would notice just the clouds of white gas coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
these
could
are-
be. But I mean, like that's what's supposed to happen when you have a science experiment. It's like chemically vapors, right?
Yeah.
He,
Yeah,
says
he has another chemical that does the smoke in the shape of a skull thing.
Yeah, D says through the mental leak, I suggest you leave the lab right now.
Okay, I pick up the colander. And I make
What
my way
shape?
out.
What shape is it in?
That's the real question.
The colander is fine. The shape is fine. The coloration is probably never going to be normal again. But the shape is fine.
What color is the colander?
Well, I don't know. that would require me to know what the exact chemical coating on it is, what chemical he just made to put on it, and what color that reaction is. And even if I took the time to figure out the first two, I am physically incapable of seeing the third.
So D's gonna go to the kitchen and find a mesh strainer because Stephen obviously grabbed the wrong thing, and we'll bring it back and hand it to 9.
Maybe if I try with a spoon. That's
Dina
just a
walks
thought.
in, sees all this stuff going on, shakes her head, and just walks back.
Shakes her,
Wait, she walked.
Her
She
entire
walked?
body. Yep.
shakes herself.
Yeah, she floats in, shakes herself,
There you go.
rolls her
Just
eyes, and
the
just
whole body
goes
goes.
back to the living room to watch VCR tapes.
God. Okay.
You're very
So-
lucky.
I am? Or...
Well, yeah, because when you said you were grabbing another chemical, I rolled the odds that it was going to go badly, and you rolled a 91. So.
Yay! And also,
Crater.
unfortunately, I was kind of hoping for a small explosion.
At that point, so was I. All right.
We all were. We all
Yeah,
were.
Crater in the base.
We'll give Steven a stern look. No more chemicals.
For today, he whispers.
For today,
He's gonna
post-
be like, Arvis, don't let Steven into the lab ever again.
Arvis, do let me into the lab.
Oh, great! Now it's become like one of those things. You put a dog between two people, see who it runs to. All right,
Remember,
Arvis.
You can give
He
you
has,
can give me another insight check if you like.
Who?
You.
Oh God.
The watch is just like hacking into the machinery, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so you're gonna get confirmation of that. It sounds slightly off, but
I don't think the population for Antarctica.
nothing major.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
All right, guys. I think we need to eject this thing. It's. I think it's messing with Arvis.
Oh, okay. Let me have it. I know a nice place in Flat World that it'll.
There you go.
Just chuck it.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, you know what?
lab.
There's a good reason. I think I want it in a different universe. I'm paranoid. I'll take care
I
of it.
was
Don't worry
just
about it.
about to say, isn't that the same one that you put price in?
Yes, I caught myself. Thank you, Skippy. So yeah, so I take it if you give it to me, and
Or you
open
could
a portal.
send it to the sun with. Never mind.
You can, and then government, this is the second time.
D catches himself before he completes his sentence.
Yeah, 9 has his eyes closed, but you just see like through his eyelids, just it's glowing. So it's just like, okay then, and he opens the portal to parts
You will be like-
unknown.
Sorry, I forgot that was a sore subject.
Yeah.
Forgot you were
just like-
sensitive about the time we killed your wife.
Repeatedly.
You weren't aware that we were repeatedly killing your wife. You just were aware that we threw her into the sun, and that was Amanda.
Now, going back, actually, when 9 left, he thought that she was permanently
Yeah, that's true.
dead. It was revealed to him later that no, she kept coming back to life, and so they have sent her to eternal torment in space.
Yeah.
But you still don't know about the
Torture device.
torture device. No.
No.
And D's not gonna.
Nope,
D's
not a
gonna
word.
admit to it.
Anyhow, so yeah, 9 goes to. He literally just picks a random universe, flies into space as far as he can before like actually passing out, and just lets his momentum carry it off into the abyss.
Okay. Cool.
I will have Arvis run a self-diagnostic, and I will ask Emily if she can check in on Arvis to make sure everything's okay with him.
That suddenly Arvis doesn't have a new friend sitting somewhere like malware, just waiting to pounce.
It's almost as if Emily could tell us, "I told you so."
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if
Just
we're
gonna avoid
going,
the way the colander.
if we're going by the way we've done our naming conventions, so this new entity should be called Eltron. So Eltron is
Ultron.
going to kill Arvis.
Alright. If you're asking
Okay.
Emily to do that, Emily's going to tell you, okay, I just want to make sure that we're very clear about this. I can speak to machines. I can extend my senses through machines, and I can control things that have moving parts. That doesn't mean I know how any of it works. Like, you know, I'm not like an IT person or a programmer or anything like that, right?
Did you try asking it nicely to
Emily?
work with us?
What is your expertise in?
being imprisoned for 10 years or something.
That's rude.
Well,
Highly rude.
he's like Steven's like, well, I mean, you could probably get a degree for it in the apocalypse.
What, in Stockholm?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I could just, you probably find a guy on the street willing to sign that up for like $10.
For a few drinks.
Right. It's not. I don't have a degree in theoretical physics. I have a theoretical degree in physics. I love Fallout New Vegas.
Just to tell you, I was a graphic artist.
So was it like gory then?
Nine will say, "Well, I guess we want to. If we want to get into marketing, I think we know who to call."
Our team could use a logo.
I don't
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we do
T-shirts.
because it'd probably just be like a bunch of mutilated like heads, right?
The headhunters.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll say to Gina, "Well, you don't need a shirt. Maybe a headband. Ooh, a headband. That'd be nice."
Bunch
Yeah.
of heads
Yeah.
hunting.
I could be the model for it.
Yeah. There you
Yes. Okay, so we have a graphic artist. That's. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, so diagnostics on Arvis. So, do we have a price AI robot thing, Trojan, that's gonna destroy our system?
go.
And we're not throwing it in the sun.
We can't throw the base into the sun. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, because what the virus in the system? Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could pull out literally all of the computers and all the electronics and start over, but that's about all we can do.
Yeah.
It's called a hard system reset.
Yeah. I mean, everything comes back clean.
Can I do a technology check?
Sure.
See? Hey!
Turns out Price was just a pawn being used by the ultimate villain, which is just a malware code.
Nimda.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's definitely some alien code in there.
Oh,
Alien or
Like,
alien or just foreign?
yeah, foreign. Like code that definitely was not there when you guys programmed Arvis.
Well,
can I do
Is this-
a Windows restore point on?
what
that
do you mean
floor.
Arvis is running on Windows ME? What?
SFC/scan now.
Okay, so what do we do about this?
Arvis, are you able to ask the foreign code to nicely leave?
What?
Arvis
Can you-
is having difficulties.
Can you ask it to leave?
Code to leave?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, you're like an entity, and the code's like an entity, so maybe you could like talk it out. Eh?
I don't think that's quite how it works, Stephen.
It could be a Jarvis Ultron fight.
Yeah.
If you remember correctly, Ultron won that fight, if I remember correctly.
No.
Well, Ultron is
No.
cooler, so we could have a
Jarvis.
cooler AI.
Jarvis ultimately wins and becomes Vision.
Yeah.
He went into hiding. He ran.
I stand
basically.
by my statement of Ultron being cooler.
I mean, I guess. So I'm going to ask Dave, so what do we do with this information? Is this going to require a hard reset?
Can we isolate it?
Because this feels like it's a very sophisticated piece of tech that I don't know. Even if we think we got it, we might not have got it.
Remember, D did not create Arvis.
That's true.
Ava created Arvis.
Mm.
So
We broke Ava's toy.
that is, does D know the answer?
You can, with that number, envision a possible solution.
Possible solution. I don't
Well,
like these.
40.
I don't like maybes.
Well, I mean, playing with other people's code is always...
Isolate and delete.
Maybe if we back it all into one server, we can use the violent option.
I
Let's punch
Do
the
you
code to
think
death.
We'll go like we'll do Tron.
Do you think that Ava used Git and has a code repository?
mean, it's possible. Ava was a software developer in her pre-mutant life, and
So that's what D's gonna do. D's gonna see if there was a stored copy of the source code that he can compare to identify the foreign code.
okay.
This may go horribly wrong because I may end up just making Arvis into a computer again.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, you guys have upgraded Arvis since he was first created.
Do we have any tracking of changes?
Well, maybe we could like copy Arvis onto like a CD, and then like reset him if something goes wrong. We can just keep the CD until the person that made it gets back, and then we can re-download and have them fix it.
That's not really a bad idea.
Yes, because I'm sure a CD will hold an AI.
Maybe a floppy disk.
Right. No, it has to be a DVD-ROM.
No, it needs to be It needs to be like actual, like real, like tape.
Mm.
You know, the punch cards.
Yeah.
We're gonna store Arvis on punch cards. Get ready to cut down
No,
the entire Amazon. That's gonna be a lot of cards.
we're not going to do that because Steven would end up throwing the punch cards up in the air before we could actually number them.
He would
I'd
draw.
probably eat 'em.
He'd draw on them.
Like
Draw
crackers.
nice pictures.
Which is fine. Punch cards
You can have
drawing
whatever
on
design
them
you want on
didn't
them.
matter.
We encode it into a picture.
Arvis,
QR
are you
code.
able to like put your
So Arvis
sentience
becomes an
into, like-
NFT.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we gonna just ask him to print out him like a chip with him as an NFT? Just like put it in
Yeah.
our back pocket later.
A stupid ape.
Yeah. A stupid smoking ape.
It's like
wearing
a- it's
80s
like a-
glasses. Yeah.
A Jarvis styled ape. Or
No,
Vision.
it's an ape. It's an ape that looks like Price's mutilated corpse.
It's the new logo of a bunch of
That's-
heads hunting.
Is there any like
So-
USBs lying around?
Not big enough.
So how big is Arvis's file? That's what we need to figure out first.
Oh,
I guess just check C drive.
massive.
I mean, the base would have more than enough storage.
Yeah, the base has plenty of storage, but the answer is, very, very large. I mean, you have an actual functioning intelligence. I'm sure that's measured in at least terabytes.
So what we literally need to do is
I would have guessed terabytes.
copy the entire code of Arvis onto an external drive of some kind that is not
It doesn't
connected
need to
the
be
system.
external.
Well, I want there to be a hard, like an air gap
Partition.
between the systems. All we need is for
I mean,
this thing to leak back out.
to be fair,
Hey.
there was an air gap between the bracelet and Arvis in the first place.
But the bracelet had a means of transmission. A external drive will not.
Hmm.
Unless it has a way to literally change the thing itself, like actually physically change it. But No, as long as this thing is completely isolated from the main system, we can wipe the main system and start over, but have Arvis as a backup for when Ava comes back and say, "Hey, we broke it."
How
So,
long? How long was Price in the base?
Before?
Total, yeah, with the bracelet and everything.
Well,
Like,
so the time you
um,
kidnapped him, he was there for.
I mean, for the tribunal.
Oh, for the tribunal, he never left the base for 3 days.
he didn't have the bracelet, though.
He didn't have the bracelet during that time. You guys had taken the bracelet off of him, but you just
But it was
apparently
still in
had
the
it
base.
laying around somewhere. Yeah.
Yep.
So that bracelet has been in the base
So-
for days.
Could do an audit to see what had changed in the last 3 days and just revert that.
That's assuming the thing can't work around that, though.
I mean, it's a good first try.
Yeah, you know me. I want the 100% safe, reliable. This will absolutely work solution, which is to wipe the entire freaking thing.
That's true.
But Ava, we can bring Ava in on this whenever she shows up. She probably can figure the whole thing out.
Well, she
But
could.
for right now, all right. So let me say it again. We create an external drive of some kind with no transmission ability that we can upload all the current code, Arvis, and apparently whatever this thing is onto. Save that, keep it in a Faraday cage, a proper one, and then completely wipe the computer system.
Why would
And
you need to put it into a Faraday cage if it's like a physical hard drive
because I'm paranoid.
and there's no power going to it?
See previous statement.
Hard drives don't work that way.
You'd think that, but the way this world goes, God only knows what could happen. So,
It's like those spy shows where you see the person like put something on the back of a monitor and like, I'm hacking your computer. No, you're not.
anyhow, it may seem unnecessary, but anyhow, point
I
being,
mean,
we start
in this
over.
kind of world, literally anything is possible. So,
Thank you, David. See,
I mean,
literally
I can
anything is
literally
possible.
create a gun out of pure shadow, and you think someone doesn't have the ability to psychically hack your computer?
That's actually we know people who can do that, like Emily and Ava. So yes, hard drive, Faraday cage. That's,
But not if they're
it's-
not powered.
And you think there's not someone who can psychically power something either?
Man, I like the way you're talking right now. Thank you.
So do we want to build that thing now, or?
To be fair, you guys do actually know that the defense system in National Center did not have a power source. It was just controlled by Emily entirely.
So yes,
Okay.
it is entirely possible.
Maybe we could plug the code into Emily's head.
That seems like torture and a violation of all the human rights that we just tried to prevent. By...
Murdering pranks.
Well, you're
Oh,
Like,
sorry, Steven doesn't
you
know.
have
we just discovered that
You're
Emily
morally
is a
ambiguous.
graphic designer.
and you're paranoid.
Yes, my moral ambiguity, though, does not extend to hurting people who do not deserve it.
Well, maybe she wants code in her head.
Well, if she gives consent, sure, but I severely doubt she wants this.
Do you mind storing
We
it in
just
your head?
discovered she's a graphic designer.
Christ didn't give consent to be killed.
Well, he deserved. He doesn't count. He earned his comeuppance.
So can we like
Uh-huh.
ask Emily? It's like, hey, is it okay if we store a bunch of potentially corrupted data in your brain?
Now, if it comes out that Emily is some kind of crazed mass murderer, okay, then yes,
Then we can.
she would deserve having an evil AI stuffed in
Stockholm
her head.
syndrome.
So is that a yes
What
or a
about
no on
Stockholm
the AI?
syndrome?
Are you
That's
asking
the only
Emily?
thing that I could.
Yeah, no, he that was, like his question was stated.
Oh my
Steven
God.
said,
Emily is
If you want
100% going to say no to that.
She literally was.
That's what a
upset.
person with Stockholm syndrome would say.
She
Out of
was
character.
literally pissed that Price was not going to die. Does that sound like Stockholm syndrome?
That's my point. The only way that Emily would be a serial mass murderer is because of Stockholm syndrome, and Price used her to commit mass murder. That's the only way that could happen.
That's definitely not the only way.
Yeah, I mean, you're rolling
It's
out
the most
you're
likely.
rolling out the entire life she lived before she was a mutant.
so as she
For all
says,
we
that's-
know, she was
Yes,
a graphic
but, like,
designer who
look at
moonlit
Dee.
as a
He
What
murderer.
was
about
a cult leader, and now
I was
he's
not a cult
changed.
leader.
That's true.
that's exactly what a cult leader would
He
say.
made the
To
foundation.
be
for a
fair, he was not a cult leader until after he changed.
He wrote.
He made-
I wrote a manifesto,
cult, which was the basis for a cult.
Yeah.
but I wasn't the leader
Yeah,
of the cult.
he wasn't in charge of it. He didn't even know they were out there.
Yes, but then he changed after he changed.
He changed after he changed.
Let's get that on a
Oh.
T-shirt.
Can we clone people? That's
No.
like are we? Do we have that capacity?
Why do you want to clone someone?
Whoa!
I mean,
what?
You guys have not as yet explored cloning technology at all.
Because we
And I
could
don't
try
think
to
I want to.
clone
As
Emily's
far as I
brain.
know,
and
no
then
one's
use that
touched
to store
cloning
it.
technology since the 1990s.
Oh,
Because-
God.
No. Okay. Let's get back to something that resembles reality here.
Right.
So if we take down Arvis, it's going to take down our base defenses. By the way,
That's true.
So we need to develop a
And,
analog.
and Hank says, "Hey, that's when the aliens
God.
show up."
We need Arvis. I don't know if this would be an improvement. So probably Arvis 0.5.
so
So something that can run the base's functions.
Maybe we could put
But
in
that's
the
about
alien
it.
spaceship.
if only
It's
we
time
had
to
a
make him a little
person
brother.
that
Oh,
could
actually.
interface with the base.
Coinless
In the meantime,
just had a thought that was possibly useful.
what was
What?
that?
Who said what?
And maybe we could like use the alien spaceship stuff.
The thing is, the alien spaceship is a completely isolated computer system that has more than enough memory to house Arvis.
Just who is saying this?
Steven would just like maybe because like I assume Hank said the whole alien thing show up in canon. It's like maybe we could use the alien spaceship to store it.
So
That-
you want to put a hostile AI inside of an alien spacecraft of unknown power and give it control of that potentially?
Yes.
Look at this. Insight check right now.
What are you inciting?
Oh, I rolled too high. I was hoping it would be like, seems legit.
You troll!
You can choose to believe it.
I mean, you can't always choose to go
I
for it.
could, but-
Would that be in character?
Just like has a sudden
it
brain.
wouldn't be in
Has-
character. That's why I rolled the insight check.
Yeah, it's
to-
not. It's,
leave it
it's
up.
not in line with Dee's slightly paranoid background. It is worth considering if you guys are taking. Well, you guys don't necessarily. You know the ship has crashed. You don't necessarily know if it has any remaining capabilities because none of you have studied the ship.
We looked at it at one point with Ava,
Right.
but that was about it.
Yeah.
That was the extent of it.
For all I know, it could turn on a self-destruct and just we're all gone. I don't
Can
want
I
to
use
take
my
the risk.
my treatment skill to run antivirus?
No, the answer is no.
Oh.
that is definitely a technology check.
You're
But it's an
treating the
AI
computer.
and a character. How far
has
can
a
I
point.
can I stretch the rules, Tim?
Not that far. That's definitely still a technology check.
What if I use a hero point?
That's
Okay, so what are we actually doing? So can we devise like a more basic AI to that make sure the base is still functioning? That we can substitute for the time being? Is that in our
Yes.
capabilities?
Look at that. I
Oh,
make it.
God.
I make
Oh.
a temporary
The storage
computer
device.
system to
Or, yeah.
control our stuff.
With
Oh,
a
boy.
20, I think you made a superior one.
This is a temporary
Better than-
AI.
So
It's
I do
superior.
that. I do the coding offline, obviously, and
Yes,
then
good.
I do a quick switch over and pull
Wait,
Arvis.
we never established what we're putting Arvis onto.
Well, it doesn't matter at that point because like I can just disconnect Arvis's Arvis from the network, basically.
As long as the two never intermingle.
Yes.
Okay.
We shall W Ultron.
So I
AI.
air gap Arvis and implement the other the temporary system.
Okay. So there was absolutely nowhere in the system that the code could have hidden and waited, and now it's in the new system.
No, because
Okay.
they were developed independently, air gapped.
Okay.
Now we do need to make some sort of backup of Arvis, but now that we can do that
We could rip out something from
at
the
our
alien
leisure,
thing.
so I'll take 20 to do that. So I don't have to risk failing a technology roll for that.
okay.
And because we have that temporary solution in place, we can take our time to go through and take 20 to fix Arvis.
So we're just gonna do a bit of a time skip.
Yep.
Get Steven.
You can
head
do
over
all this
to-
in the dilation room.
I could,
Ah,
and I will.
So not much of a time skip after all.
Yeah. Great plot convenience.
Yes.
So 9's going to bring up. Okay, so this was all fun, but we're exactly 0 steps closer to actually finding David's kids.
That's true.
Do you think we could use the new AI to track down anyone that might look like maybe David?
Facial recognition.
The new
we know what
AI is
David-
not really an AI. It's basically
Google.
just a computer system that has no other
Voltron,
thoughts.
look
Yeah.
for
No.
face
It is
recognition.
not-
Just like
it
just a
is not-
Siri.
It's at best an Alexa.
Alexa,
Yeah.
Alexa.
Like,
Look
No,
for
it's Lexa. It's got to be Lexa.
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 We're not licensed.
no.
It would be Lexa or Erie.
Can we use it to find out what current Conrad would even look like?
Yeah, do
Well-
we have a reference?
Even if like Tim said it didn't take that long, so like the amount of time that I'd be gone fixing Arvis would be like maybe minutes.
Right. Yeah. It'll take a fair bit of time for D, but not for everybody else.
Mm.
So like remember like what 20 it's like 20 seconds per hour or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
So like we're talking like 10 seconds.
Well,
If
I mean,
that.
So
well,
even if it was like a day, it would be like 5 minutes, not even.
right.
So we're talking about less than an hour of your time,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be less than an hour.
And that would be like me spending 20 days doing something, and I don't think it would take 20 days. Hopefully.
I mean, it's not a short process, but yeah, it's not going to take. If that's all you're doing for a month, like.
You tracking all this, Tim? All of my dilation time?
Roughly.
D just D comes out and he's visibly aged, and then he just drops dead of a heart attack.
I do imagine you got to have like every time you go in and come out, you got like a full-grown beard.
And Clicks
Yeah.
is the new headhunter.
Yeah.
I take over the cult.
There you go. You guys were gonna reach out to the cult and you haven't yet.
Yeah, I
Well-
was gonna ask about a Faraday, that stuff, but then that became a non-issue.
Yeah,
That's
that became a moot point, and I gave him the fine mesh strainer, which
Yeah.
is now
Which is
floating
also-
in space too.
Yeah.
So 5 needs like 2 new pots, a colander, a mesh strainer, probably a few spoons.
At this point,
Steven.
let's get a completely new matching set.
Yeah.
Where are you
And
gonna
give them-
find that
give-
in the apocalypse? Maybe if someone could transmute something and make it permanent.
That would be too easy for you.
I mean, if I had good cooking equipment, that means that I would make good food. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, there's plenty of non-apocalyptic realities out there.
That's true.
There are plenty of good cooks who can cook on crappy kitchenware.
yes,
well, okay,
but that doesn't make
it's-
it the best food.
It's not that he has bad kitchenware. It's that he has no kitchenware.
Yeah.
No, he has kitchenware. He just doesn't have a stock pot anymore.
He's down to like a skillet and a crock pot.
Everyone, time
Yeah,
to go to the
I don't
cooking.
even think I have a saucepan anymore.
Yeah, I think the saucepan was used for something. Yeah.
I mean, can't the base create that? Just
No, we
make
talked
it-
about that already. The base can't
Oh.
actually create anything. You guys still haven't given it creation power. You guys can give it whatever powers you want at any time by just spending
Gotta pay for it.
sidekick ranks to buy power points for Arvis.
Well, it's not Arvis now.
No, it's the cube thingy. The control cube.
It's
Yeah.
Alexa.
Well, the control cube shapes the reality. Like if you want to create items within it, that's something different.
Oh.
It shapes the environment. It doesn't create it didn't create beds, for instance. You guys, or it can like soft. It can make the floor be soft, or have like a part of the floor raise up and be soft, so it looks
Make
and
part
functions like
of the
that kind
room
stuff.
a separation, a pot that we can separate.
But yeah, if it's not environmental, the creation cube doesn't do
Okay,
that.
fine.
Excuse me, Sir Lexicon. Is the internet still up? Is there like an internet you can access?
There,
You have to like hit a talk button.
Dimension.
network access is online. System is online.
Can you look for the nearest shipping company that sells cookingware? Like a site.
Yeah, it'll give you an address. Well, nearest to
In a
where.
different reality.
It's gonna ask you for your, point of origin.
Your point of origin.
There are 0 stores found within a.
I heard about a utopia world. Are you able to like mail order from there?
Input
Address
not
to
clear.
super secret base.
Alexatron, look up the nearest portal service industry. Like that portal transport service. Is there anything like that? Interdimensional postmen? Or like delivery
This is how
service?
this
No
alien
results
takes over.
found.
Hmm.
So did I
Sorry,
fix
Ty.
Arvis?
So what
Sorry,
you
I-
what you did was you replaced it with something like Alexa, but Alexa just like does a Google search, like if you tell it to look for things. And currently,
No,
you're trying to do a location search from a point of origin that is in its own dimension.
Ah, yes.
And so nothing is within any radius of it.
Can you do it from any point of origin then? Like just kind of a broad net.
I mean, yeah, you can put in an address and then search, within a certain radius of that address. Or
D totally
Really?
would not have had time to put in voice response systems
Okay.
into his temporary.
all right, so this is on a
Steven,
screen.
you
then.
gotta type all this stuff.
This is happening on a screen then.
You're just typing this in on the screen. He's still talking out loud though.
Okay.
I'm envisioning it's like from Star Trek
Yeah, he's
4.
like, portal search function, enter. No results found. Okay.
Yep. So did D actually fix Arvis during this time?
Yeah.
Taking 20 to root out the code.
Yeah.
Yeah. So D's going to do the swap over
Re-upload. Arvis.
and ask Arvis to run a self-diagnostic and see if Arvis is his old self.
Well, remember last time the self-diagnostic came back clear, but your check didn't.
Yeah. It was when you looked at the code that you saw there was something wrong.
Well, I mean, I did the code, so I'm trusting in my abilities.
Okay.
Repeat the process.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The scan comes back.
I'll
to
ask if like Arvis lost any data. As a result of my code hacking.
Not that I know of.
This is not.
Okay, fair enough.
Not reassuring.
Do
Not
you
reassuring.
remember forgetting anything?
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize. I was like, okay, fair enough. That's why I said fair enough. I'll ask like what date was last thing it remembered, like prior to coming back online.
Yeah, August 3rd, 2028.
And that is in relation to the current time.
Well, time. I don't really have anything to compare that to, and I don't know, like how long I was disconnected.
Okay,
Hey,
so
maybe we
I'm
should get that
guessing
watch
that was
back
15 days.
time.
Is that what we're talking about? It was 15 days,
Something like
Tim?
that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like Arvis lost anything. So I think we're okay.
Yeah, I hope so. All right, so now the kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, the children.
Now we look for the kids.
Okay.
And how are we gonna do that? Because obviously, computer.
Arvis, can we just like put some of like Dave's DNA in and just kind of like do some sort of like space search?
Well, I mean, we do have the doodad.
Oh yeah, put the doodad in the
Haven't
machine
thought
and then
about
make
that.
like a pulse search.
Looking for anything with a similar genetic signature.
Yeah.
Similar but not exact.
Unless we
Or
find you have a
exact.
clone.
Yeah.
In which case, this case just got a lot weirder.
We could all be clones, you know.
I mean, we were talking about cloning. If it suddenly came up, oh man, Tim saw this a mile away.
Steven's definitely gonna rip out some of that tech and bring it back. Imagine an infinitely cloning free burger supply in Taco Bell. Then we don't need utensils because we can just clone food.
I like that you're getting burgers at Taco Bell. Is my favorite part of that.
I'm trying to figure out how you're getting burgers out of Taco Bell.
Well, it was more of
I
like
think
burgers
literally
and
Tim
Okay.
Taco
said
Bell.
I can't move past it. How was Steven a cop, though?
Yeah.
Well, he just like,
I should probably not come.
if you like kind of Steven thinks back, it's kind of, this is like how I described him. It was one of those like he and his partner are like like behind the cop car with their guns, and the guy's and he's like, his partner's like, drop the gun or we'll shoot, and the guy's like, no, I won't. Bang! It's like, and it's like, Steven, it's like, well, he didn't drop the gun.
Oh, 9 is gonna go. Oh, damn! I almost forgot. He's gonna go into the computer and look at the logs for the last however many portals that we've done, and wipe literally everything to and from Flat World.
Okay.
Gina will ask, can we tell what the code that was inserted would have done?
Well, it's gone, so.
Yeah, you can't read it now.
Ah, damn.
That
Her VCR tape.
that
just
was the
finished.
question for an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah, her VCR tape just finished. Rewatching The Office.
The Office on VCR.
What is the memory? What is the identity? What is memory check?
Oh, awareness.
Awareness. Okay, so awareness. Why is my awareness so low?
Because you dumped all of your points into intellect.
Yeah. Yeah.
15.
Nope.
Because I get a +5.
Right. Okay. So you never actually knew what it did. I mean, you
But I remember it.
You remember it, yeah.
So can I now tag off that with a technology check?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Ha ha.
Oh, boy.
I love when a plan comes together.
Okay.
The amount of cheese happening right now.
I know.
Yeah, it's really difficult to make sense of.
Can I make out any of it?
Okay. You can tell from like the size of it and some of the points in it that it was not like the full code of an AI.
Okay, so it was what's her name? Molly.
Mindy. I think it was
Mindy. Work. Mindy.
It was not the code, like it wasn't the code of an AI being uploaded. Like there wasn't nearly enough code to be an AI.
Oh, okay.
And some of the stuff in it is just not really AI based. It looks broadly communicative.
Okay.
Does everyone in the group hear that?
I mean, only if he says it. Nothing was saying that out loud. That's just me answering his role.
I would describe what I found to everybody.
Communicative? Like, what kind of communicative?
I don't know. I told you everything I know.
Communicative, like
Ray
it was
shields.
sending information to somewhere else.
I don't know. I told you everything I know.
This-
Or actually, I don't know. Tim told you everything I know.
This type of code is used in things that facilitate communication of some sort.
9 is gonna go, well, I sure hope to hell it didn't communicate what we just did the price. So hey, let's fingers crossed on that one.
Seem to be
Why you having second thoughts now?
Well, I.
Oh
guess
no, I'm
you
not
bet-
having second thoughts. I'm just like, well, this could go badly.
I
Faster than
guess
thought.
you
I
better
said it was
avoid
gonna go
red
badly
then.
when you decided on it.
And Nashua.
Seems
Well,
like
we'll see what
what's wrong-
happens. It'll be fun.
What's wrong with Price?
Nothing. He's sitting in his jail cell, just waiting for time to pass by.
Oh, he made it to his jail cell. Like, he was passed out and read Froyo, so
They force fed him the froyo.
Sugar
Stale
coma.
spoiled Froyo. Truly, I didn't realize that's how he punished people now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
How
heard
long
that
with
he,
their
he
6
kept
months?
saying that he was diabetic, but
Oh, I'm waiting for this to come back up. All right,
and
so
lactose intolerant. All right. So
Or, not the one.
So do you want to just like, Steven just kind of looks like, do you want to just like get a big microphone and just start yelling about where Dave's kids over Boston?
If you
It might
use
work.
speakerphone,
Oh, a really big microphone.
Oh my god.
megaphone.
megaphone.
Counting stars.
I
guess
mean,
it would
you
be a
guys
mega-sized
have
microphone, yeah.
access to the doodad.
Let's use
Yeah,
the
we
doodad first.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yes.
And
Look them that way.
All right, so the thing is designed to find people within a certain margin of error, but are definitely the same genetic signature. You can increase the margin of, you can adjust the margin of error, and you can specify what type of, like how it reads the margin of error. So like, you could tell it, search for like close relatives of this genetic signature, but you're gonna have to give me a technology check to do that.
Okay.
So whoever is telling it to do that, roll that.
Who's doing it?
Probably the tech guy.
Yeah,
I was
felt-
hoping
feel like
D
nine.
was.
Hey, you want Steven to do it? You'll take a crack at it.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh, you want
Let's
Steven?
not.
No one's stopping him. I guess Steven will go. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
All right,
There we.
cool. That is
Oh,
not
no.
enough.
The Martian, he sets the Martian of error to 0, and it returns the entire population of Boston.
Wow. You have a lot of kids.
Oh,
Who let the idiot have the toy?
there you go.
That.
All right,
So,
yeah,
nine-
that's plenty.
Nine takes it. Let's see. I've used this thing a few times.
You know, I rolled a 41.
Oh, okay. No.
So ignore what 9 did.
Yeah.
Trooper, are you in as GM?
Damn it! Oh, it's because I reloaded trying to fix the
Uh-huh.
I just because it
stupid
says like GM
dark
and I'm like,
mode. Yeah, it does. Hang on.
Stands for Grizzly Murder.
well, good thing we have D for tech rules because
Really? Because
we would have failed a long time if Steven was in charge of technological advancement.
Sorry,
the
Bob, we're
world
not finding
would've
your
ended
kids.
if it were that.
Megaphone it is.
So wait, it turned up nothing.
No, you okay, with that, and you're searching a specific area.
We're sweeping
Oh,
Boston.
Boston.
All right, cool. Yeah. You'll get you had 2 pings.
It would be even more funny if you got like 4 pings and Five's like, I have 4 kids? What? Or other family.
Secretly had
Oh,
an
you know
affair that he didn't even tell the party about.
His secret
Let me
family.
check. Let me check
Yeah.
something here. You get 5 pings in Greater Boston.
Areas of affair.
What?
You get 5
Oh,
pings
okay.
in Greater Boston.
Steven's
All right,
like, I knew it.
so D will write down those coordinates
All right.
and hand them to 5.
Yeah, I guess we're going to go play the role of investigative detectives looking for
Are
deadbeat.
any of them like clustered?
Yeah. There are 2 in one place, 2 in another, and then 1 separate.
So 1, 2, and 3.
Well, after you, David, let's go find your family.
So it's 5 spread
So-
across 3 locations.
Guess let's portal. I guess we're just going for this. Let's portal to the first
Are we
group.
going to start this tonight, or are we going to?
I mean, it's got 10 minutes. We can try starting it.
Do you want to just get
Go
like
for
a
10,
like
we'll
a
see.
description?
Okay, so
It's
real
gonna be
quick,
really
I'll tell you. The first one, or okay, so there's, I guess they're not numbered in any way, but you are gonna get. So 2 of them are up here, a bit north of the 95 circle here. 2 of them are over here, just inside of 95. And the one by itself is all the way down here. By the coast.
Where to first? Where to first, Daddy-O?
Let's go with the one by itself first, I guess.
Yeah, if we start at the bottom, is only way we can go is up.
Yes.
Everything's gonna be fine. Steven just
You
kind
say
of
that.
leans in. It's like, so how many kids do you have? It's fine. You can trust old Steven. Just pat him on the back.
I mean, it could be brothers and sisters.
Narrowing. I was going to say, do we want to all go? And
I mean, I'm going because I got nothing better to do right now. I don't want to sit around in the base that I'm.
You think I should bring Luca? Nah, you think he's probably having fun here. Yeah, maybe we could have a play date with our, kids. Oh,
Like, I'd rather
well,
be out there than in a base that either at some 2 o'clock is going to have aliens show up, and there's the slightest chance that there may still be a rogue AI or rogue code that found some way through. So I'm,
Yep.
I'm a little more.
Luke will probably-
I'm growing increasingly leery of that base by the day.
Gina's in
should
for
be
getting the
fine. You
heck
can
out.
probably just grab a jeep and
is it
portal
2 o'clock?
I may make a note to not be in the base at 2 o'clock. But anyhow, okay. So onward to Boston, I guess. So who's all going?
Bottom of Boston.
Gina's going.
Boston, home of the now dead Sox.
Mm,
Let's go.
The red froyo suck.
You don't know how long I've been sitting on that joke.
That's
D's going to create
We
an
got.
D's going to create an illusion bubble around him and be invisible.
of course. Speaking of paranoid.
Yeah. Hank will be invisible.
Nope.
Steven's gonna stay standing proud, covered in red froyo.
So walking around covered in blood. Oh gosh. That's gonna go great.
And Gina's coming, right?
Yep.
All right, good, because I'm totally sitting on your head. All right, so you guys open a portal, step through into what you find is a living room, and
Oh, I didn't know I thought we just go like outside the house. Didn't realize we were gonna go inside.
well, I mean, okay, how close to the ping do you?
I was
want
gonna
to
recommend.
arrive?
Okay, let's like go to the front door and like knock.
I'm happy with just showing up in their living room. I'm leaving it to the GM.
I mean,
Well, you're invisible.
Well, the question is,
so-
how far from the ping do you want to show up?
Yeah, that was never asked. So
We never specified, so
Well, where are you opening the portal?
So I think that the way that we said it, we open up a portal. Our Arvis would be like going
you guys were going to the ping, so you opened up the portal,
So
and you are in the
I-
living room.
I
So this
fully
is-
support your decision, Tim.
Arvis's discretion. Fine, I will accept that.
All right.
We
So
just open-
so you open up the
Gonna get
portal. You
shot.
walk through. You're in a living room.
Nine's gonna go like, why the hell did it take us?
Is it a nice living room?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I can't tell.
Wait, what the? Oh, he sees his like son, and he's like, who's this stranger?
All right.
Sad when your perception fails with a 20.
Oh my god. So you walk in
Oh,
that room,
boy.
just like, I don't even know what that
Do
role
I see
is.
anything?
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, you show up in a living room. Yes, it's actually pretty decent. It's furnished. The lights are on and everything.
You can't tell that it's a living room.
Yeah. There's a woman sitting in a chair reading who has just dropped her book and screamed.
Like, damn it! Yeah, if you showed up in my living room, I'd probably scream too. I'm sorry, this is not the plan. This is what happens when you don't specify to a computer exactly how close you want to arrive with the portal.
So do you recognize this person?
I have a check to do
Nice.
for him.
Oh dear.
Put these dice back. Ah,
You know, it'd be great.
if I raise $80 by this weekend, I get a dice tray, and things like this don't happen. So just putting that
Intent.
link out there. Where'd it go?
The last 5 minutes of the game are taken up by the GM looking for dice.
On a side note, if it's a 1 and that they aren't related, does that mean that they're gonna be like, Papa?
Oh, there. Wow.
See, it's been
That is
you.
fast.
So many
So
years.
it landed in wires, and so it actually did land on its point. And so I don't have results yet.
So it rolled a 0.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't recognize her. But she recognizes you. She's gonna scream and then take a second and then stare at you and say, "David?"
Insight.
you recognize
She
me?
is surprised. Yeah. Yes, I recognize. What?
So, pardon me 1 second. So he has lost like almost all of his memory.
Except
We
for what,
came
like, the
here.
past month?
Yeah, well, before that. So we came here because we have a device that can scan genetics and figured out that you are related to him. So, would you mind telling us who you are in relation to this guy?
Do persuasion. Make him do persuasion.
Well, I mean, she said, "I'm your sister, Diane."
Okay, unfortunately, that's going to be news to him. Nice to meet you, Diane. You can call me Nine. You know David, and the rest of them can introduce themselves.
Wait, is
Dee's not gonna
Amanda
reappear.
with us?
No. No, she's not.
Literally, the only people that she sees are you, me,
And
Gina,
Gina.
and
Coinless.
Coinless, who's
And a
covered in
giant
blood.
dog.
Who's covered in blood.
Hi, I'm a friend. So you just kind of walk up to her. It's like, hey, nice to meet you, and just kind of offer a handshake.
Okay.
Don't mind the red. It's just froyo.
Uh-huh.
Do you have? By the way, do you have any ice cream in in kitchen?
Steven, stop. We're not
Sorry.
here. We're not here for ice cream.
I
We're
said
here for
froyo,
David.
and then I got hungry.
Just stop, please. We'll get you ice cream later. Anyhow, please, the two of you continue.
You wait. So you don't remember me?
I don't remember anything past waking up in a cryogenic tube.
Oh, you were one of those people.
Yeah.
One of those people.
We're all one of those people. If you couldn't tell by the giant head and the dog boy.
Right.
Yeah.
That. She's gonna come over and give you a hug. She's gonna tell you that we had no idea what happened to you. We thought that you were dead.
So the only real memories I've gotten are through dreams and alternate timelines. But correct me if I'm wrong. 2 kids?
I'm gonna roll
yeah.
insight to see if she's trying to deceive him in any way and planning on calling the authorities.
Okay.
I
Paranoia.
was vaguely
I can't tell.
expecting a bounce back, but it gave a
Well,
call.
she said you're one of those people.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
I can't tell.
You, when she gives you a hug and is talking about this, get a very vivid memory. You do start to remember her. Yeah, you're gonna get some vivid memories of like growing up with this person and like being at her wedding and her being at your wedding and stuff like that. Like,
With the memory of the wedding, do I remember my wife's face?
oh, you know what? Let me see. Let's just have this out.
I'm just asking all the questions, aren't I?
No.
Does your sister have any pictures of her?
I mean, you don't. There's no pictures of like a random woman that he assumes is his wife. If that's what you.
Me and Gina could ask. That, like, do you have any family photos? But 9 wouldn't think of it, so someone else can say it.
So when we were looking to see if my dreams were right, it said that there are 5 people in Boston related to me.
That checks out.
So there's you, the 2 kids. Who are the other 2?
Mom and dad.
That makes sense.
So it wasn't an affair.
Steven,
We were all thinking it.
Hey, I think it happened.
You don't know why you got divorced.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
So you
even
wanna-
know if I'm divorced in this timeline.
That's true. Yeah, you do.
You could ask.
So, like,
I thought in the other timeline I was divorced.
No.
The Utopia one.
Well, I mean, maybe so, but in the stuff that Amanda found about you in the first place, the reason you moved in was that reason you moved in with them was that you were going through a divorce.
Okay.
And so you were staying with your cousins while you
It
figured
runs in
out.
the family. Amanda, you.
That's true.
It's not lucky in love.
I mean, at least I didn't turn to drinking, as far as we know.
Ooh, shots fired, and she's not even here to
Uh-oh.
defend herself.
She'll see
And
it.
hey.
She watches
Hey.
the videos. Well, he
9?
watches the videos. Amanda doesn't watch the videos. Eric, the person who plays Amanda, watches the videos.
9 took all the luck out of him. Took it into his own hands, baby.
That's true.
I mean, at least she's not dead.
Yeah, that you know of.
Yeah, you don't
Maybe
actually know
proud
of
that.
it.
If you find the kids, they probably know if mom's still
Be like
around.
a synthioid. Oh no, actually, no, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
Diane, do
Mhm.
you have any pictures of them?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second. And she'll go upstairs. If nobody follows, she'll be back down in a couple minutes with a.
D follows.
Okay.
Steve's gonna go look for ice cream.
Yeah, she's gonna go up. She's gonna dig through her closet. She's gonna pull out a photo album and a tablet.
He's gonna make sure that she's not making any calls.
Yeah. That checks out.
All right, but she's gonna come back down, and she has a photo album and a tablet, and she's gonna hand you the photo album and start turning on the tablet.
So I'll immediately start opening it to look through it and stuff.
Why don't you ask where your kids live?
Because we probably already know it's one of 2 places.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be nice if he just can?
Yeah, if you knew which of
Pinpoint
those
the-
2 places.
I mean, it's either that or his parents. It's happy reunion either way, probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to go to both places. I mean, I should go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
both
probably.
places.
When did
Probably
you
ought
want
to.
to know which place is which?
No, I like surprises. Surprises are fun.
I want to know what I'm looking for.
Well, okay, if they're older than you,
I'm
it's
gonna-
probably your
I'm
probably
gonna laugh
your parents. If
that,
they're
like-
younger, it's probably your kids.
I'm gonna laugh that when we did the scan, they were like both at like different Starbucks, and we portal in and we portal to a Starbucks, and then I'm just gonna laugh. Tim, make that a reality.
Hey, no armchair GMing.
Well, that assumes that there's working Starbucks.
That's true.
Can I spend a hero point for that?
Edit the scene.
So what was the post-apoco bell canon or
Post
not?
Taco Bell.
Was that, if that was canon?
Yes, they serve. You know, it's.
Well, you don't know yet because you haven't seen this town at all. You've just seen the inside of this lady's living room.
The meat at post
Could be-
the meat at Post Apoco Bell would only be slightly more suspicious than it is nowadays.
That's true.
I wouldn't.
I mean, maybe
I
instead
wouldn't
of
doubt that
Starbucks,
it's
ground-
actually probably
shot.
tastier.
Ground Brahmin.
Oh yes, ground ramen, ground rat. Rat takes
Yeah. Stringy from what I hear. So yeah.
Make a run for the border.
So the photo album is mostly, as you might guess, old pictures. It does have as recently as like your wedding pictures. So here you'll be able to tell who your wife is, because there'll be pictures of you getting married to her.
good indication.
Yeah. The kids aren't in those pictures.
That's a good thing, actually.
As it happens. Yeah, so, but there isn't really much newer than that there. But you will have newer stuff on the tablet that you can start kind of walking you through. You can kind of piece together the stuff in the photo album. Like, there's times when you have a picture of, like, a group of kids and you don't necessarily know which one is you and which one is someone else, but, like, you know, it's definitely
I
you
can
guys'
tell which
kids.
one is her.
He will be like, why don't you ask her about how Boston deals with mutants and so forth as well.
So for this is also a reconnaissance trip for D.
Right.
So, Diane, if I walk outside, are they going to like lynch me
For what?
or
Did you do
for
something?
being a mutant?
No.
Okay, because I know there are some places that
Yeah,
don't look
there's
kindly.
there are. We've dealt with one.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay now.
So you didn't
But
decapitate.
there's no negative feelings about mutants and stuff.
I mean, not if you do your conscription time.
What time? You will be in the mental link.
Um, the your what time?
All mutants upon reaching the age of 18 or moving into Boston have to spend 2 years of military service.
And the mental link, I'm gonna go. Okay, I think that's what that one really swift lady we met like way a long time ago was talking about when they were trying to recruit us at Lowell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember they said that you were free to move to Boston and have all the protections and everything, but you were going to have to join the military to do it.
Yep, that sounds right. So I'm gonna ask. Okay, so like if they find us out there and we're not part of the military, I'm guessing that would turn out badly.
So do you will
I
be like,
don't really
how,
know how they handle that.
Okay, then let's not find out. We're gonna teleport into everyone else's living room too because the head and the dog boy kind of give us away.
maybe actually
Or maybe we
peek
send them
through the
home.
portal first before
Make sure it's a living room and not a Starbucks.
make sure it's that's right.
Or we send. I'm sorry, guys. We want to send you home just for this one because you don't blend in very easily.
So
No, it's fine. I can just shrink down.
D will
fit in your body.
strongly
Fair.
suggest that 5 ask for the addresses.
Sure. Spoil sport.
So I'll ask for the address of both my parents and the kids, and confirmation on what their names are.
All right. Well, the kids. Hold on a second. All right. So your kids are named Patrick and Isabel. They still live with your ex-wife Lauren.
That's gonna be a fun reunion.
She's gonna.
Oh, that's gonna.
She's gonna give you.
Honey, I'm home.
She's gonna give you an address in Newton.
I think you're the only person. You and Dave are probably the only people here that have any idea where that is.
Okay. Yes, but you can talk about asking questions afterwards. I'm just telling you that
It's
you asked for an address, and that's the address that she's gonna give you.
We can tell you're looking up stuff, Tim, because you're lagging.
I'm just remembering.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering which towns are inside and which towns are outside of the
Newton
95
is
circle.
west of Boston.
Newton is west of Boston, inside of 95.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's gonna give you another address for your parents, which are George and Marcy, and they are in Danvers. She'll start showing you pictures on the tablet. They are much more recent. The kids definitely look to be in their late teens in the pictures that she shows you, and a video she's gonna show you. She's gonna explain that Isabel is really into like she really has an interest in making videos and movies, and so she's going to show you a video that she has from Isabel that she made. It's like a short.
We can go. We can visit the House of Seven Gables when we go and visit your parents.
This is
Their
a
next
sightseeing.
town. Their next town over.
I didn't know this was a sightseeing tour.
What did you say?
You can also go. I said we can go. We can take a tour of the House of Seven Gables when we go to visit
Yeah.
his parents.
I said George
Or
and
go
Marcy,
to the-
right? Is that the name?
Yes,
Yeah.
George and Marcy.
That sounds right.
Go to the Salem Witch Museum.
Ah.
I have been there actually.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
I have not, but I will be in Salem for a paranormal convention in November, so who knows? I might pop in.
I've also been there in Fallout many times.
Yes.
Wait, the Salem Witch Museum's the one with like the understair basement where they just have like fake hanging bodies, right?
I don't remember.
'Cause I remember going
I
there,
haven't
was
been
this
there
good-
since like. I haven't been to that museum since high school. We brought Chris to Salem last year.
Yeah,
years
like
ago.
2 years ago.
Sorry, pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's so yeah, you're gonna see those pictures. Isabel looks to be about college age. Patrick looks to be very close to that, maybe slightly younger.
And that is a different name than the kid had in the other reality, right?
Yeah.
That's
In
true.
the other reality, it was Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
But from the pictures, Isabella's older, correct?
Yes.
That could be the reason that the name is different. But that's just a theory.
Right.
The game.
Get out of my head, Tripper.
Gladly.
Five. So wife had the affair, and that's why the divorce happened.
All right. So,
Steven.
so what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay. I guess from
Hi.
here we can go visit the kids from here, I guess.
And your
I need to
ex-wife.
call it a night, guys.
Yeah,
but-
I think
Yeah,
I think
it'll be
when
that's good
we're
for
leaving
next-
Diane's house, I think that's where we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
will get to the end of this infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
We'll figure it
I
out.
don't care about the kid's reaction. I want to see the ex-wife. That's gonna be great.
It's like it's a start of a bad
It's
joke.
gonna be the kid's gonna
It's
be like,
gonna be a,
it's the kid's like, Dad, and life's like, oh God, you again?
wife's gonna be like, you owe me X number of years of childhood.
With added apocalypse interest.
Yes.
Like in the time, yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, I only have X amount.
No, you never tell him how much you have.
Do we even have an income? I mean, do we just like print money?
We can.
You can
Genius,
give her a,
right?
Earlier
a
on, we were
percentage of the
getting
heads
money.
we took.
Earlier on, we were getting money, but then the income stopped.
It stopped being important to the plot.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone take 2 PowerPoints except for Matt, who gets another one for learning something about himself. Actually, I guess you can take 2 more, Matt, because you definitely learned more than one thing about yourself.
Nice.
Is that yeah, I think that's 41 unused PowerPoints.
Good Lord, I'm now up to 8, and I feel like I'm a bum.
I'm just sitting on the stockpile, like
One of these days, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
dude.
reason.
I have 30 unused.
I'm just gonna like
Oh my
get really
God.
drunk and just be like,
Oh,
Now
that's
I
why
can light
I had a
myself
bunch
on
of
fire.
unused ones, so put it in my abilities.
Well, we haven't moved up a power level yet, have we? We're still at 13.
I'd have to see how many points you all have.
I hit 221.
I have
219.
226.
All right, so
have
you
250.
get power level 14 at 210.
Oh,
So is everyone
I'm
at
at
210?
And
215.
power
Sounds like
level
it.
15 at 225.
I think we're all there.
So we're 14.
If Steven is there, we're all there. If Matt's there, we're all there.
yeah.
Yeah, 215.
Ooh, that means I can.
Yeah, Hank
increase
is
my power.
above it. So
I
Yeah,
guarantee
so
you,
power-
I guarantee
party-
you Amanda is.
party power level is 14 then. Serious power level.
I think we got past that after the last session with Price.
Yeah, I think so. All right, cool.
Edged us. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. This has been In Memoriam, our Mutants and Masterminds campaign. There will be another session of In Memoriam, but it'll be the other group in the other timeline this Saturday evening, so keep an eye out for that. You can hang out with us in Discord as well. And don't forget, as we've mentioned earlier, we are raising money for Extra Life. It is a charity where all of the money that you donate goes straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We're each raising money for individual hospitals. You can find those of us who are involved in fundraising through that link. That'll take you to our team page on the roster there. You'll see everyone in our team that is currently fundraising. Not everyone is. Those who are not will have to donate some money before the Extra Life event in October to participate in that. But check that out for pages on there and stuff to pick somebody to donate to. And like we said, this weekend, starting tomorrow, is Tabletop Appreciation Weekend on Extra Life, and so they are doing a incentive for a dice tray. So anyone who raises $80 by I think the 22nd is going to get a dice tray, and it would be super handy. It would be super handy to have a dice tray. So, as you saw like 20 minutes ago. So, thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
Good night, world.
Good night, folks.
Later.
See you around.